Have you ever wondered what the average dating experience for the average man in the modern world looks like? In the modern world, dating apps are marketed towards young people that want love. You see countless celebrities, people around you, and people online fall in love, fall out of love, build long-term connections, and find the one. Then there's you. You're probably watching this video alone in your room in search for the one. But no matter how much you use these dating apps, you still can't find anyone. Maybe you don't have many options. The ones you did have stood you up and bailed on you. You're too anxious to meet people in real life, or you think you're not good enough, all because you can't find anyone through a dating app. Meeting someone who will care for you, someone to love, all seems like a distant dream. You look at couples and wonder why that isn't you. Then you start to think, maybe that isn't for me. You start giving up on love. That dream, it will forever remain that way. Just a dream, nothing more, nothing less. And you're just a pawn in a game of dating, controlled by algorithms who capitalize off of your search for love. So, how do modern dating apps deceive and lie to you? In 2013, Tinder changed online dating forever with a simple system that anyone can follow, swipe right if interested, swipe left if not. So instead of having to shift through thousands of profiles, users could accept or reject someone in a split second. And although Tinder made dating simple, it made it less about creating long-term connections and building meaningful relationships, and more about hookups, quick fixes of dopamine, receiving validation, and shallow conversations. And once you get a small amount of dopamine, it's easy for them to keep you around for longer. As you already know, dating apps are how a lot of people meet in the 21st century, with statistics claiming that 10% of couples met online in 2023. Dating apps are the third most popular way that people meet their partner. The only two other ways that people meet more than dating apps are through friends and family, which is how 24% of people meet, and through work, which is how 14% of people meet. While meeting offline is still very popular, these dating apps have an average of 262 million downloads per year globally since 2018. And in the month of June 2024, Bumble and Tinder both had over 600,000 downloads in the United States alone, while Hinge had 574,000 and Plenty of Fish had 214,000. For the common man, these apps can be a nightmare, with an average Tinder match rate being 3 to 5%. However, the top men have a 5 to 20% match rate, which keeps the average inflated, meaning the majority of men have under a 2% match rate on the app. Although men make up 75% of the users on Tinder, meaning women can be more picky, as well as the fact that men may self-sabotage their chance of finding someone by making a terrible profile, the case still stands that most men are invisible on dating apps. You see, dating apps like Tinder are marketed towards people that want to find love. And because of this, the app's main targets are people between the ages of 18 to 34. And although Tinder initially started as a regular dating app, as the culture shifted, it began to be marketed as a hookup app. A place where you can meet someone to have short-term pleasure, finding fulfillment in external pleasures, as opposed to building meaningful connections, which makes you wonder, what psychological effects can these online dating apps have on the minds of the people that use them? High rejection rates, a boost in anxiety, lower self-esteem, as well as higher levels of loneliness and even symptoms of depression because people constantly compare themselves with others are all effects that online dating can have on the minds of the people that use these apps. Scientists have also observed addictive behaviors on dating apps, similar to social media. And although these apps may use deceptive tactics to lure you in, you ultimately must express your own discipline to stop using them. It's not the drug dealer's fault that the heroin addict is addicted. It's the addict's fault. You must stop the cycle. But is that even possible when these giant tech companies have hundreds, if not thousands of people working against you to take advantage of your basic human nature?
One of the things people say about dating apps and like dating app companies and founders and CEOs is they want people to stay single because then you've got more customers. And surely if you have this metric where people are getting married, you're losing customers.
So our belief on that, which has always been, we like our motto, our tagline is designed to be deleted.
The parent company of Tinder, Match Group, denies the allegation that their apps are created to profit off of engagement rather than make real connections. We actively strive to get people on dates every day and off our apps, a company spokesperson said. Anyone who says anything else doesn't understand the purpose and the mission of our entire industry. CEO of Hinge, Justin McLeod, claimed that Hinge's algorithm isn't trying to steer users to pay for subscriptions, and although these claims are made, it's very obvious that these apps are designed to capitalize on people's loneliness. Because the longer they keep you on their apps, the more money they can make from you. Even if taking advantage of people's loneliness means giving them a false sense of hope when they join the app, gaining the most amount of matches, then slowly giving them less and less over time, which makes people question, am I good enough? Limiting your swipes, making you pay to see who swiped right on you, reeling you in with a lot of options on the first day, then killing your engagement. These are just a few of the tactics that these dating apps use to take advantage of men's desperation. Clinical professor of psychiatry Elias Abijaud said that dating apps give people a rush by giving people likes and matches, as it takes advantage of the dopamine reward system. Assistant professor of media science Catherine Caduto stated that dating apps are companies. These are people that are trying to make money, and the way they make money is by having users stay on their applications. On Valentine's Day of 2024, a lawsuit was filed by 6 people claiming that dating apps like Tinder and Hinge are psychologically manipulative and also use addictive features to lock users into constant use of the app. However, Match Group rejected and denied the criticism, saying that the lawsuit is ridiculous and has zero merit. See, love is the third most important thing on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and with such a large influence over the online dating market, Match Group will continue to do anything to keep growing their empire, even if it means capitalizing on people's constant search for love. There are many different companies that own dating apps, but none of them are as big as Match Group, with ownership over 40 different dating apps and websites, some dating back to the 90s. It's obvious that Match Group has one of the biggest grips on online dating, having control over 25% of the total online dating market and around 60% of the dating app market, notably owning Tinder, Hinge, Match.com, OkCupid, and Plenty of Fish. The only other company that comes close to Match Group in terms of ownership of multiple dating apps is Bumble Inc., owning Bumble, Fruits, Badoo, and a few more, also having a large influence over the dating app market. But with such a large influence over the online dating market, Match Group has been able to use different strategies to dominate the market. And although it may not be a huge issue for everyone, for single people that like to date online, it can be. The way they do this is by buying out competitors, making their prices competitively low so other apps struggle to compete, even making some of their apps more expensive, and using monopolistic strategies to drown out new dating apps. As CEO of Match Group Americas, Amarnath Thomber said, "We are constantly looking at ways to give users a way to enhance their chance of succeeding on the app," further stating that's something that users are always willing to pay, turning their apps into a video game where if you pay, you can have an advantage over others. Match Group also has specific dating apps for different ethnicities and social groups, such as Asian People Meet, Divorced People Meet, The League, and many more, making it difficult for new apps to establish a new place in the market. This is how they are able to avoid ruining their own market share or confusing their users. As one data put it seems like these apps are improving on taking our money and making us spend more time on their apps than they are matching us with people. And although dating apps are able to take advantage of their users' desperation using manipulative tactics, there are things you can do as an online dater to avoid being another person that gets taken advantage of by these apps. And so, if you can't outplay the game with dating apps, avoid the game completely. There are so many other ways to meet people, such as through regular social media apps like Instagram, through friends and family, at bars, clubs, and even walking past people on the street. It's about building a stronger connection with yourself so that you're confident to talk to people and meet new people wherever you go. And meeting new people will hopefully spark conversations that will allow you to find someone that meets your standards. And if you struggle to do that, just hope that your country or city develops its own dating app like Tokyo has. But with that being said, make sure to subscribe and click on this video. I think you can learn a lot from it.